Just get yourself comfy. Begin with a few breaths. And just come into the space that you are in here on your mat, being aware of the four corners of your mat. Being aware of the space that you take up in the room and the air that we breathe. Noticing the temperature around your body, hands and feet. And grounding your energies down into Mother Earth through your feet or tailbone, back of the body, however you want to do this. And just follow your breath for a few breaths. Follow the inhale. Belly rises, chest rises. And the exhale. Everything softens. Just scan through your chakras. We'll start at the crown today. So crown just above the top of your head, violet and white or white. And third eye, kind of indigo, sometimes purple. Checking in around your throat centre, lovely pale blue or turquoise blue. And thinking about how you feel around your heart energy, the front of the chest and also the mid part of the upper back, green and pink here. And solar plexus, lovely bright yellow. Sacral, vibrant orange, that lower back and lower belly area. And then drawing your awareness to your root, base of the spine and links with all the way down the legs to the feet. A lovely bright or red colour. Notice how you're feeling today physically and just honouring that with Satya and Ahimsa, which means truth and non-harm to the body. So just taking it easy if you need to. If there's anything that's in flare up, then just sort of backing out a little bit on the poses or lying down. So we'll begin with our stretches. On your next inhale, right up and over. And then bring the toes upwards. Begin to flex the foot. Everything on the left is relaxed. And just a lovely stretch through the right hand side. Stretching the palm of the hand and the fingers. And just gently pointing the toes now and enjoying how that feels over the top of the foot. And then exhale, arm down, nice and slowly. Noticing how it feels to move your shoulders. Palms up for a moment in Shavasana. Let everything relax. And then on the next deep inhale, left side up and over. And again, toes lifted to the ceiling, the foot is flexed. Lovely stretch through the plantar of your foot here. Lowering the hip. Space through your waist, raising the arm. A lovely stretch through the hand. And then point the toes. And exhale, arm down. Enjoying how that feels as you move the arm through the air. Palms up in Shavasana just for a moment. Let the lower back settle for a breath. And then inhale both arms up and over. And maybe just tuck the chin in ever so gently and we'll just stretch here, feeling that length through the whole spine. And then flex and point your feet alternately. Just moving at your ankles backwards and forwards. And seeing if you can lift the arms a little bit more, have a bit more openness through your shoulders. And when you're ready, exhale, arms down. Again, just let the arms float through the air. And palms up as you lie back in Shavasana. Take a lovely deep breath in and sigh on the exhale. Feels good. Draw the right knee in. Hands round shin. Take a lovely deep breath. And then exhale as you bring the head up towards your knee as much as you can today. Hold the breath out for a moment, training the breath. Inhale when you're ready to come down. And then now left side. We're going to be really gentle with ourselves today. So deep breath in. Exhale up. Hold the breath out. Inhale down. And both knees, third time. So deep inhale. Feel the lungs fill up. Exhale as you come up. Really feel the belly and the chest fall back to the spine. Hold the breath out. Inhale down. Just hold onto your knees and gently rock. How does your body feel today? You might not have felt it from this position for a while. Okay. Let's come up to seated. We'll do our warm-up. So if you want to come onto cushions, you can. If not, just... No, not at all. No. So just resting your hands to Chin Mudra, sitting however you want to. If you're happier with your legs out, please do that, whatever feels right. Okay, let's warm up all of our joints. Close your eyes for a moment and just root down again from your tailbone. Imagine those roots coming out through your tailbone into earth. And then when you're ready, we'll take the chin down. Nice slow movement of the neck and just feel whatever you feel. I often notice a lot of tension when I do this movement forward with the head. Try and relax your shoulders when you notice that they're a bit tight and tense as well. And then we'll take the chin up. And then down again. And just notice whatever you're feeling. Maybe there's a sensation more one side than the other. And we'll come up. And just to centre. Tilt your head to your right shoulder. And then left. And just close your eyes and really just enjoy what you're feeling. Same again, right side. And then left. That stretch that you get down that side muscle, it's the sternocleidomastoid muscle that you can feel. Coming centre, and then just look over your right shoulder. You can keep your eyes closed if you want to. Sweep over to the left. And just noticing what movement you have today, what range of motion. Same again. Try and breathe deeply to your belly. Notice if all the breath has just come up to the chest. And then come back to centre. We'll rotate the head. So take the chin down and then all the way round one way and then the other way. Nice slow movement, noticing what you feel through any of the kind of nerves that extend out from the top of your spine. And just coming back round. Okay, lovely. So open your eyes when you're ready. Take the hands out in front of you and we'll just warm up fingers and thumbs. And then palms up and down, so wrists. This is good for carpal tunnel there if anyone suffers with this. So, and rotating. Deep breaths. Don't forget to breathe to your belly. I know when you're all, it's all in the chest, isn't it? Palms up. Because I do it as well. So when I notice that I'm doing it, I know that perhaps you are too. How's your elbows today? And rotate now, shoulders. It's just always bringing our consciousness back to what we're feeling, what we're doing. And a few times the other way. Life can be so unconscious. They say that our subconscious mind is virtually 95% of everything that goes on. So we're only really conscious about 5% of the time. It's like the iceberg, isn't it? The bit that you see at the top. Come into your legs. Because if you think about it, we are so automatic. You wake up in the morning, if you have an alarm clock, you use the same finger. You go to the bathroom, wash your teeth, you do the same routine probably both days, don't we? Let's wiggle our toes. You probably go for your favourite coffee or tea mug. We have a routine around breakfast. We don't have to think about any of it, do we? And then flex and point the feet. We're just pressing play to our programs. So just rotate. Every now and then I try to become very conscious of the fact that I do it, and we all do it because that's how everything works. But every now and then I'll take a different way home. Or, yeah, on purpose, to become more conscious. They say that, you know, the neurons in our mind, we fire and wire in the same way all the time, which is us on automatic pilot. So in order to fire and rewire different neural pathways, I do things differently. Let's do our left leg first. You all went for the right because we always do. Do your left leg first. It feels slightly different. And because of that, you're conscious of what you're doing and you're making new neural pathways. It's all to do with our neural plasticity and stuff. So let's do the hip. And I think when you do things slightly differently, you know, don't worry. Take a different coffee cup or lay your plate out slightly differently. I know that if you're similar to me, I have the mashed potato there, then the veg goes there. And we're so programmed. You think about all the things you do in your day that's automatic.
Everything.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And so when you just slightly change something, you become more it throws you sometimes, but you're conscious of doing it. So bring the feet together. Which is why when we do yoga and we focus on the breath and we're really aware of it, it's nice because most of the time we let everything happen. The heart beats, the blood pumps, the breath comes and goes, doesn't it?
Automatic pilot.
Yeah, that's it. Have a moment just to stretch here. Yeah, feels good. It's been 2 weeks, isn't it? As you breathe, just really notice the breath as it comes into the body through the nostrils. It makes its way down into the belly and it opens up the chest and the ribs.
Where should that hurt most? Mine's here.
I can feel it on the inner thighs. Yeah, sometimes you can feel it on the outside of your hips, you know, sort of around the buttocks. If you have your feet further away, then you'll notice it probably more, yes, on the outside. If you have your feet a lot closer to the body, it's probably more inner legs, yeah. So just go where you're comfortable, really. So, yeah. Okay, let's just cross the legs. We'll just do a couple more stretches like we normally do. So we'll sit and do seated cat-cow. Inhale forwards. Exhale and just really hang that body back and round the spine, drop the head. Inhale forwards. And then back and notice what you feel here. This is a different way of doing cat-cow. As you come forwards, you might feel that real deep stretch around the hips and the buttocks, which feels quite nice. And then we'll go, do you know what? We'll go anti-clockwise. Always go clockwise. Just start rotating your spine. Maybe you can feel this in the back of your body, your upper back, around the muscles around your shoulder blades. Feels nice just to move, and then just go the other way a few times. Again, we don't do this day to day, so you'll feel different things every time you're on your mat. And coming back to centre. Left hand on right knee. Going to go the other way. And looking over your right shoulder. Have a fairly nice length to your spine as you just twist here. Nice gentle twist. Other side. I can feel this right on my mid-spine, upper back, and the muscles around that. So just noticing where you feel it. Come back. And then place the left hand down. We'll bring the right arm up. And leaning over. Have a nice stretch through the right side. Try and keep your buttocks on the mat. And another side. Where do you feel it? I can feel it here, lower part. Other side. Just do one more either side. And right side again. Lovely. Okie dokie. Sorry? Yeah, you can do, because you're stretching from that place, especially if your buttock, rather than sort of coming up, keeping that buttock there, you're going to feel it. I can feel it all the way down here, which is nice. This is stimulating the gallbladder channel, because the gallbladder channel zigzags around the body here. Let's just come on to our hands and knees and do cat-cow from this position, because I find seated is nice if you have issues with your wrists or knees, but coming into this way of doing it feels a bit better through the spine. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Take a moment just to tune into your breath, and then on the exhale we'll arch up. And really let the head become heavy, really relax through the neck. On the inhale, the belly drops and we lift the tailbone and head. And just be very gentle with these first few ones that you do. You might notice that you have a couple of twinges through your spine. Just start to warm the spine up. I always notice this in my lower lumbar vertebrae on the right hand side. It's just an area that always I'll feel something. So just checking in with where your little areas are. And then move into wild cat-cow. Start to kind of move in that figure of 8. Create a little bit of stretch in the sides of the waist. Being aware of your fingers and the palms in contact with the mat. Being aware with the tops of your feet and toes connecting to the mat. The knees. And just reversing this movement. Just enjoy how it feels. It feels good in the body, doesn't it? When you're really gentle. Anything that might have felt a little bit tight and stiff a few moments ago is probably easing now. Okay, lovely. Come to a stillness. Just rest yourself back. Hasta Balasana. Take your knees wide if you want to. Bring the forehead down. Notice how this feels for you. Some of you might find it quite a deep stretch around your knees. Take a few deep breaths into all the back of your body. Can you relax your shoulders? Just notice if they're tight. Okay, lovely. Bring the head up slowly. Come onto your knees a little bit more. We're going to turn the toes under and we're going to bring the fingers to point towards the feet. So take the hands quite far back if you need to, because this is quite a stretch through the inside of your arms. You don't want to hurt yourself, but you do. Can you feel that lovely Nice stretch there. Not too intense, just a nice little stimulation. Okay, release your hands. Let's come to standing slowly. Feels quite nice. Give your wrists a little wiggle if you need to. You can feel it, yeah. That's why I don't like to do it too intensely, but it's nice to just sort of stimulate these areas. Okay, let's do an earth sequence because it's nice and gentle to start with. So come to the left side of your mat and we'll begin with that diamond shape. Don't worry if you don't know it or forgotten it, it's fine. We'll go through it. Arms out to the side. Interlink the fingers, breathe into throat. Turn the hands down. Oh, not all the way down yet, Joan. Just stand it up. You got ahead. Enjoy the deep belly breaths that we get here. Just one more. As your arms come up, bring your right foot to the side. This next one's where we just come into a squat. We bend our knees and gently down. Only come as far as you can and want to. If you've got a little bit of tension in the back, then just be careful. Bending knees. You might not bring the hands all the way to the mat, but that's okay. One more. As you bring your arms up and forward and they come up to the ceiling, turn to your right. Your arms come round and down and in front of you. Breathe into your heart center. Then lean forward into your right leg. And then lean back into the back leg. Arms round and down to in front. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. Out. In. And out. One more time here. Breathe into heart. Lean forwards, palms away. As you lean back and the arms come up, rotate to the other side. Left leg is lengthened, right leg bent. Breathe in. And then breathe out, arms forward. It becomes second nature in the end. This is a lovely little sequence. How's your balance feel today? As you move? Huh? Dodgy. How many is that? 2 or 3? 3. I'll get carried away and forget how many. Okay, this last part we fold forward. Enjoy this. This is the bit Joan likes, I know. She was doing it earlier. Come up. Palms face the ceiling, arms round and down. Deep breath into throat. Extend the arms forward, bending at the hips, not the waist. Take a breath here if you want to. Let the head hang. Come up when you're ready. One more. Breathe into throat. Extend hands forward. And then as we come up, arms come round, right foot to left, hands to heart centre. Lovely. Do you want to have a lie down? Take yourself to the back. It's lovely that, isn't it?
Yeah. Relaxing.
Very relaxing, but gets our body moving in such a gentle, nourishing way. Take a few really deep breaths. A lovely long exhale, and as you do that, let the body soften to the mat. Just feel everything kind of releasing gently. Allow your spine to soften. Close your eyes for a moment, notice what you're thinking. Just witness the thoughts. Be the observer of your thoughts. Cultivate that witness within. Notice that you are thinking what you're thinking. Oftentimes when we get stressed and worried and anxious, if we can just take the step back and then witness the thoughts and be curious as to why they're there, what happened to trigger them. Take a few breaths and notice actually if it's something that's historic, whether we're just on our automatic pilot again with things. And then we can sort of cultivate a calmness as well as we witness what's going on as an observer. And often maybe the feelings will just dissipate. Draw the knees in, bring the right one in, then the left one. Have a lovely little rock from side to side. And we'll do a couple of wave, like bridge poses now. So bring your feet to the mat, knees are going to be bent, and then feet towards the buttocks, but still hip distance apart. And your palms are turned down, so touching the mat, the side of your body. And we're just coming to a nice kind of wave motion. Just engage your abdominal muscles and the pelvic diaphragm, just gently engaging there. So on the next inhale, we'll come up. So breathing in, lift the body up, push through the feet, lift the hips. On the exhale, we're just going to come into the rolling the spine down. So bring the spine from upper, mid, all the way down to lumbar, roll out sacrum and tailbone last. And we'll breathe in, come up again. Feeling engaged in the buttocks and back and thighs. Exhale, roll down, still controlling the movement as we come down. Still clenching a little bit through buttocks and roll out and release. Up again, inhale. And just imagine that your spine is getting a nice little massage as we roll it down to the mat. Coming up again. And being aware as you place each vertebrae down, keep your tailbone curled forwards so that you can really feel the lumbar spine flatten and connect to the mat. And then it just rolls up as the spine takes its natural shape. We'll do one last one. And just really connecting with the whole back as it meets the mat. Feeling a nice little warmth and fuzziness in the thighs and the buttocks. Just take Shavasana for a moment, extend your legs. You'll feel that stimulation gently through the backs of your knees, backs of your thighs. Just palms up for a moment. Perhaps the legs feel warm. Perhaps you can feel tingliness in the soles of your feet. And then we'll draw knees in. We're going to come back to that same position, and then we often do a nice waving twist with our knees. So just have a rock for a minute. And then we'll put the feet back down into that same position, arms out level with the side. Up, sort of level with the shoulders rather. And again, we'll just flow with this one. So deep breath in. As you exhale, drop the knees to the right. Inhale, bring them up to centre. And then exhale, left. Keep going with this and noticing where you're feeling this in your body and spine. Perhaps you feel a lovely stretch around your hips and waist. When you think about doing this movement where we're moving the body, we're stimulating the sacral area and solar plexus. Sacral is very linked with our ability to go with the flow in life and not be too fazed with things that challenge us and resist our flow. When you're ready, let's just bring the knees back up to centre and take Shavasana for a moment. Let everything just settle. We're going to come into another twist in a moment, but we'll just take a few breaths here. Perhaps you can feel in your body a very different place where the energy feels buzzy. It's the lower back now, perhaps, rather than the pelvis and buttocks that we felt with bridge. It's really lovely to notice the movement of energy with different yoga poses and flows. Okay, so keeping your right leg straight, bend and lift your left knee up, okay? Bring your arms out level again with the shoulders, and then we're going to bring that left leg over towards the right. So this is a deeper twist now. You might not get that leg all the way over. Mine sort of just dangles in the air as my left shoulder lifts away from the mat. Can you feel that a lot more in the side of your hips and round your buttock? Yeah. Don't do it to a point of pain. If anyone's in pain, just come back. It's a lovely, lovely twist. Okay, let's just come back into Shavasana. Oh, actually, keep your arms out level, but just lower your leg down. Come back into neutral spine. And then we'll do the same the other side. So bend your right knee, bring your leg up. And then we're going to rotate that over to the left-hand side. Again, your shoulder may lift and your leg may sort of be dangling in the air a little bit. And just feel that deep stretch in the right buttock. Feels intriguing. Take some deep breaths. Don't hold the breath. And then gently just come back. Neutral spine. And you can just feel that a little bit more deeply. I just wanted to warm your spine up with some gentle flow twists before we come into any of the deeper moves. Have a few breaths here. Just check in with how you're feeling in your body and how you feel about your body. I hope you feel like you love it, because it is good for you. It's the only vehicle we've got this time round, so we've got to have a little bit of appreciation. So draw the knees in, right knee, left knee. We're going to roll up to seated and come onto our bellies for a little bit of a flow as well. So come up, turn over, come into Sphinx.
Oh.
Getting old. No. Okay. You don't look or feel your age. That's it. Yeah. Not your biological age. Okay. Who's tensing their buttocks?
Oh, yeah.
Who's tensing the lower back? Just see if you can just gently soften here without it being painful or anything. If you need to take your elbows a little bit wider, just so you're slightly lower, please do. Take some deep breaths. Can you look over your left shoulder down to your feet?
No.
No, don't worry. That's all right.
Feet.
Don't have a look over your right shoulder. It doesn't matter if you see your feet or not. Just have a little look that way. Okay. Bring your hands now underneath your shoulders and a little bit further back towards the bust. And then we're going to just come back into child's pose. But not maybe all the way back. Don't bring the buttocks all the way back. We're going to come into a little flow here. Bring that forehead down. And then we're going to inhale and come back into like a baby cobra. So come forwards onto the mat. Just bring the belly down. And then we're going to push up and flow back. We'll just do a few more of these. So feel that lovely stretch through your shoulder blades and your back as well. Come back down onto belly. One more. Getting a little bit of a press up movement with this one. And then come back onto your belly. Relax your arms for a moment. Either down by the sides of your body or make a pillow with your hands, whatever feels right. Just relax. Maybe feeling a little bit tingly in your hands. Take some deep breaths. Okay. And then we're going to come up into plank. Okay, right, you have two options, easier plank or harder plank. Right, this is plank and this is easier plank with your knees on the mat, okay? This is really good for strengthening your body. Right, so plank, if you look at me, I'm in a nice sort of wedge shape. I probably am going to see some of you doing this. But if you can come into bottom down, like that. If you've got your bottom up, come onto your knees, lovely.
I don't even know.
Have a look in the mirror a little bit. If that's too much, when you're looking down your body, then you should be able to sort of see yourself in a line. It's easier to do this, but this is plank. Yes.
Oh, for God's sake.
Have a moment, come out of it for a moment, kneel back, just have a rest. Some of you will have a reflection in the mirror, some of you that are further back won't, that's okay. Okay, we're going to do that again, all right?
Oh, you're tortured.
I know. If you can't do it, please come onto your knees like this because you're still building up strength in the wrists and the arms, okay? This is a much better way of doing it. But if you want to try it, then this is plank, okay? Come onto your knees. Just all come onto our knees. And then let's come up again. Engage your front of the body, the belly. Come onto knees. And just one more up. It's nice to take it gently like that. Okay, rest. Lie on your back. Well done, because plank can be a difficult pose sometimes. Did that wear you out a little bit?
It's my arms. It was sleep well this afternoon.
Sorry, love?
I feel it on my arm.
Feel it in your arms? Yeah.
My hand.
Yes. It will.
I didn't feel it really. Yeah, well, I sat down there, darling. I did that.
It's a really good pose to take very gradually to build up the strength in your wrists. I broke a little bone around my wrist years ago, and it was quite weak. My right wrist was always quite weak, and that will help strengthen it very gradually. And now I don't notice a difference at all. They're both equally back to normal. So, yeah. Take a few breaths here. I'm not done with you yet. We're going to do a plank again, but on the elbows, so not the wrists. But just have a few breaths. Let your body restore for a few moments. And then when you're ready, just bring your knees in. As always, have a little rock and a cuddle. Okay, so coming up and then turning over again. Anyone with real lower back issues, please be very gentle in this. So I'll show you what elbow plank looks like. I just clasp my hands. My elbows are underneath my shoulders and we come into this position. All right. Okay, and then just drop the knees down every now and then when it gets a bit too much. Okay, when you're ready, just come up. Just take one breath maybe. And then drop the knees down. Well done, Val. Are you all right? Bring your knees down. And then we'll come up again. Really engage your belly and your front and your core. And then, right, rest your belly on the mat. Make a pillow with your hands. And yeah. Who hates that one? Horrible. Make a pillow with your hands and just have a rest. My personal trainer lady makes me hold that for quite some time. I know. I can usually do about 2 or 3 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Minutes?
Yes. But I have worked up to that. It's taken a long time. My best time was 6 minutes.
No.
Yeah.
Just holding yourself like that?
Yeah. Yes. It's on elbows. Yeah. It's a little bit of a not torture, but I didn't start at that. I started just doing a few seconds here and there and building it up.
You're not building up for it?
No. Don't worry. Let's just come into it one more time. So come onto your knees, have your elbows on the mat. It's a really good strengthener for the front of your body and your abdominal muscles. So when you're ready, just come up into plank. Try and bring your bottom down, anyone who's got the bottom up.
I can't see it.
Look down your body. When you look down, do you look like you're in a line or do you look like you're raised? Have a rest. Have a rest. Turn yourself over. I won't put you through that anymore. It's good for you. It's very good for you. In little bits. It's good to just build these things up. You like a little challenge sometimes, though, don't you? Okay.
It's just a rumour, that is.
So I'll give you yogi's choice next. Whatever pose you want to do, other than Shavasana. Yeah, you're going to come into relaxation, Susie. You lie down for a long time. What does your body need? Does it need to raise the legs? Do you feel like you want to curl into a child's pose, ball? Yeah. Or do you want to come into butterfly with the cushion? Banana is a nice sort of wind down pose. You know, it gets stretched through the side of the waist. What else? You could come into supported bridge where you bring something underneath the body. So have a little think about what your body feels like it needs. It might want a little back bend and to lie over a sort of a blanket or something. So what do you feel like you want? Take a few moments now and come into it. I might start with my legs raised. Maybe put the cushion under the buttocks. That's always nice. So maybe take a couple of poses. We'll do a few poses that you feel like your body needs. I always like to encourage you to think for yourself as to what your body might appreciate. Is it your back or lower back that needs a bit of relief? Don't worry about changing your pose if you want to, just because everyone's coming to something similar. You might find that you want to do something else. This is called hammock, this next pose. So get your strap and make it into a big circle, like loop it like a belt. Yes, love, up by your feet. So just so that it's a loop. Go under the bar and then over the bar, or over the bar and under the bar, whatever creates a kind of, you know, a belt-like thing. And then you might be, I don't know if it's... Anyway, I don't think it'll come too loose. Right, so what we're going to do is pop it round your right foot, like sort of the ball of your foot. I'll show you. And then we're going to put it round the back of our head, not the neck, okay? Really specific here. It's the base of the skull, not the actual neck, okay? And this is a really lovely pose. You can either have your other leg bent or like that. But it's really nice to have a lovely little stretch through the back of your neck, okay? Yeah, so base of the head is where the strap goes, and then put it round the back of the head, not the neck, okay? So the straps sort of cover the tops of your ears, okay? Are we all nearly there? Okay. Don't worry about your straight leg. Don't have a straight leg if it's not comfortable. Mine's got a nice bend in it, okay? What I want you to feel is that when you push on your foot, get a nice little stretch through the back of the neck. And then when you let your head become heavy, you can feel a bit of a stretch through the back of your leg and the hamstring and the calf muscle. Yeah, don't have to move it either way, but it's quite nice. I quite like to push into the foot and just feel a gentle tug around the neck, as long as no one's got any deep neck issues. And then you can let the head become heavy, push the head back and feel a lovely little stretch through the leg. So it feels quite nice. Do you like this feeling through the neck? Okay. Release it from round your head, but keep it on your foot. Okay, so you can. So now I've taken it away from round my head, but I'm holding it on the foot, and I can just sort of move the foot out to the sides, move the leg, let your head rest down, and then you can really feel. You can feel it differently as you take your leg out. Don't do it so that it hurts. Just play with the idea of moving the leg around. I don't like taking the leg across my body because that hurts. But you might like to swing it out to the side and feel a lovely stretch in the inner top thigh. So, okay, just lower your leg down. If you can easily just take one foot out and swap it with the other around the ball of the foot. Then lift your leg up. So keep your body lying down. Lift your leg up, bend your knee, and then put your head around the strap again. Base of the skull, not the neck. Okay, bend your knee. Be very generous in bending that leg. And then you can just enjoy playing with either straightening the knee and the leg. Feel a lovely stretch through the back of the neck. This is called hammock in Yin. Yeah, don't straighten your knee. My knee's not straight. No, that's it. The straps are only a certain... yeah. If you don't like it, don't do it. Come out of it if you don't like it. Not everyone will like it. It's a very different pose from what we usually do. Right, unhook your head. Just hold on to the strap and then have another little loose play with the leg. You might want to swing the leg out to the left. Feel a lovely stretch on that inner thigh. I don't like taking the leg across the body to the right. It hurts. So don't do that. Don't do any. You can tell as you move your leg, you can tell where it starts to feel uncomfortable. So just come back from that movement. You can lower your leg down a lot, and then you might find that you get it a lot straighter as you lower the leg. And as you lift it up, you'll want to bend into your knee a lot more. So, okay, lovely. Lower your leg down. Just release the strap. Have a moment in Shavasana. And just notice where you can feel that. It's different, yeah. You can relax now. So if you want to put a blanket over you or cushions under the knees, whatever you want to do, going to relax. I like to show you new things. Whether you like them or not. Yeah, I've actually got a different yoga strap at home and it's longer. So you don't have to bend so much. But right, relax, lovelies. Lying on your mat. Whatever you want to do. Lie on your side. Whatever's more comfortable. Okay. Right, I think let's find Dot's favourite music. If I can remember which one it is. There are, aren't there? Yeah. Let's try the Om Namah Shiva, which it's a mantra, just allow it to. Sing it if you want to. Let yourself hum it. Om Namah Shiva. We can all sing together if you want to. Om Namah Shiva. Om Namah Shiva. Shiva Om Namah. Om Namah Shiva. Om Namah Shiva. Om Namah Shiva. Shiva Om Namah. Om Namah Shiva. Om Namah Shiva. Om Namah Shiva. Shiva Om Namah. Om Namah Shiva. Om Namah Shiva. Om Namah Shiva. Shiva Om Namah. Om Namah Shiva. Shiva. Very gradually, just still listening to the mantra a little longer, just bring yourself back. Take a few deep conscious breaths. Just think of all the parts of the body that feel good. When you're ready, you can very slowly just begin to move. Wiggling fingers and toes. Feeling the body again in case the mind just did drift off somewhere else. And then just moving in whatever way feels good for you. If you want to hug the knees in or stretch out the arms and legs. And then gradually just take your time. Come to seated and we'll chant 3 Oms together. Have a moment just to get comfortable. And then hands to Chin Mudra. Close your eyes. Take a lovely deep inhale. Just feel that lovely vibration in your body. And then bringing hands together, rub the palms vigorously. Maybe the palms are already warm. Just start to feel that heat. And then let's palm the eyes. Gently blink, let the light through, then part the fingers. Let more light through, and then just draw the hands down to heart center. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you, lovelies.
Thank you.